hard for a sucker to test me. My too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, hey, I'm a hot girl yelling. Bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out, hey, front the back gate yelling. Bring 'em out, hey, front yard yelling. Bring 'em out, hey, I'm a hot girl yelling. Bring 'em out, hey, all the dope boys yelling. Bring 'em out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Falcon defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. He'll drop to throw. The 30. A first down there on a pickup. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. There he goes, right side. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You talk about this Falcon defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns
is he on the floor?
Year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Let me go over.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that
See,
makes
he like
the
them
score
quick outs.
7-0.
And go to Tampa 2.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return is Henderson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive.
Down with he, okay, he want to play this defense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up
Bet. You want to play that defense? Okay, bet. Bet.
He'll be taken down, but not
Bet.
before they work it across midfield.
Bet.
And now they'll shift things around. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
Bet. You want to play that ragged-ass defense? Bet.
15. Touchdown, Falcons.
Got some nerve come out there in that defense.
And the Falcons are within an extra
All right, time to buckle down. He done scored his 7 points for the game.
Point after, right at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting more.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it.
Oh, he done scored his 7 points. He done scored his 7 points.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know, the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
He done got 2 pass happy.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands.
He sure ain't gonna get in on the ground. Not with Big Hopkins clogging up that middle.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Thank you, Jesus.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Stop.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Dummy.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, it's not the first
Way to get over there, Bryant.
Here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage.
We had a mouse in the trap.
He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
The Atlanta offense
Should keep running it. He can't stop the run.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will.
Told you can't stop the run.
And to the 42-yard line.
You really want to play the pass.
91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Here comes third and about a foot. Now they'll change things around before the snap. And they'll run on the inside.
Yeah. Warrick Dunn, you finna have a field day with this cat.
It's across midfield. And down
You finna have a field day.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
60 Bison.
On second down, a run with Hall. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Kill. Turn up. Check smash.
Straight ahead is Hall. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike 54. Yeah, let's get set.
Here's Hall again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
I will stick a fork in it. This game is done. He won't score again, so he got it more. Oh, you missed it, Carson. You get down. There goes your Kyle Pitts. I should have subbed you out. Stick a fork in this cat. He won't score again on me.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Drive the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Joshua Hines-Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Some of these cats be a little too much in these leagues, so I'm just going
to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Well, you throwing that little pass, you ain't got but 22 seconds left. Come on, bro. You better than that now. Here we go. We're going to do this because I know what you want. I know exactly what you want, fam.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Able to locate his running back. Open downfield. Now Washington.
That's all he throwing to is that running back.
3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we
oh no, bro, I don't know what you want.
That's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30.
Oh!
And he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out. And that'll do
so could have been a late swing.
Charles and I settled into the booth ready for
I can't believe I done gave up 14 points. Oh, man, Jay Killer. Now the Raiders quit on me. I guess he played that whole game out. I guess it was a little closer.
As the second half starts with a touchback.
Unbelievable.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And now an audible here into something else. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30.
You needed that.
Call it a gain of 5 that time.
Let me get you out of there, buddy.
About 4.
I learned my lesson. Sub y'all ass out. Hatchet, you ain't really did nothing, bro.
Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Escaping the pressure right. That is caught.
He out. He out. Shouldn't be trying to hit stick everything.
Touchdown, Falcons.
All you doing is dive tackling.
A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are able to widen their advantage.
When you hit stick, you can miss and get a big play. Appreciate you.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
I don't even care who watching my stream. So some people watch just so they can figure out my plays. Time for me to run my whole playbook when I start playing instead of certain plays that I'm comfortable with. I'm getting too old for this crap.
And this will come out to the 30-yard line.
I think Action might beat me this playoffs though. I really do think he's gonna beat me this playoff.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. 7 yards there and a first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and
lucky
making that
stuff,
catch?
bro.
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
I left him wide
He's
open.
got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play.
I left him wide open.
53 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit.
Now he gonna make I ain't even got my zone drop set. None of that. Let's see what I'm gonna have to do though.
Now Pinion with a kickoff.
I could have been doing it, but I'm not. So I only want to run it out and do exactly what he's doing. Man, 2 minute on points. Oh well, can't do nothing about it now. Look at him blitzing.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
No, he's blitzing.
They'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down right around the 30.
Okay, Ward, done. I gotta get you out of there.
On the pickup. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
I just needed a 3rd down. So you back out, then hope you get a hit stick.
So here's is a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big...
I love that cover 3, fam.
41 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. From 19 yards away.
I love it.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point.
Had 2 people wide open.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Back to throw.
Appreciate you.
For a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That's sad. You rather me run the ball.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground.
You rather me run the ball. Ha! He bagged them all the way back.
140 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Appreciate you. Good game. Great game. I was going to score 70. I was definitely going to score 70.